Merry meet Leo, Leo sun sign, rising sign, and or moon sign. This is a 2-week reading for all you Leos. Starting today, the 6th of October, 2023, we are streaming live on YouTube and on Twitch. Moderating on YouTube is the lovely Jennifer, then moderating on Twitch is the lovely Dre. Thank you so much, Jennifer. Thank you so much, Dre. And thank you, Leos and friends of Leos, for joining us today. If you happen to be watching on a restream on YouTube and you don't feel like watching all the shuffling, just use the timestamp right in the video description. Obviously, if you're live, there's nothing I can do about that. You're going to just have to watch the shuffling. I'm reading today with this Broken Mirror Tarot Marseille edition, and I've already purified with this Verveine by L'Occitan. You can find links to purchase each of those products right in the video description of this video on my YouTube channel. If you are watching on YouTube, please make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell. If you're watching on Twitch, make sure that you follow us on Twitch, and you can watch on Twitch without ads when you subscribe to us there. Excuse me, this does go out to a lot of Leos, so if for some reason it doesn't seem to apply to you personally, just disregard it because it may not be meant for you. In that case, check out the zodiacal readings for your other signs. Remember that we have a general reading for all signs every day except for Monday, and we have a weekly pick a card reading that comes out Sunday night every single week. You can find the most recent restreams of readings by going to our website, ariels-corner.com, Ariel's Corner with the hyphen.com, and clicking on the free online tarot readings link in the main menu. If you're, well, oh yeah, we do have a, what was I going to say? I was doing so well that I forgot what I was talking about. We have a shop at arielscornershop.com. arielscornershop.com. We have all kinds of tarot decks for sale there that are not really ours to sell. We are affiliates, which means that we make a small commission off of each and every sale, but we do appreciate your support. Another way to support us is by giving a donation, and you can do that by going to paypal.me/ArielGatoga, paypal.me/ArielGatoga. On YouTube, you could use a super sticker or super chat if you are live and you are watching on the chat thread, or if you are on a restream, you could use a super thanks on YouTube. We do appreciate your support, Leo, but what we really appreciate is that you're here for this 2-week reading. So I'm going to give this deck a nice clean cut, and then we'll see what's in the cards for you gorgeous Leos this couple weeks. Alrighty, we are starting out with a 7 of Wands. We then have the 5 of Swords, followed by the 2 of Swords. Okay, so there's been a change, in a positive change, I think, in your many of your work situations. And at first, it doesn't seem so positive for many of you. It seems like there might even be some real conflict. There might be some real fighting even, or bullying, or meanness, all of that stuff. It's saying this too shall pass, and your best way of handling this is to stay as focused as possible. So it's recommending that you really commit to some sort of meditational practice, and that you do that every day to help you really maintain that focus, because you just need to kind of move out of this phase and into that upgrade, which is in the works. It's just that in the midst of the upgrade, it seems like there's what they call in a lot of those new thought communities, they call it chemicalization, and that's just a detox. It's just a detox. There's a type of detox that seems to be happening, and it can be disconcerting. But if you don't kind of play with it, if you don't get involved with it, it just passes, and that's what you're going through. But it can be really hard to not get involved, because you know, when people are being mean, or when there's stuff that doesn't seem fair, or when there's even lies and things like that, it's easy to want to just go defend yourself and say, no, and how dare you, and all of that stuff. And it's saying, don't do that. Don't do that. It's all going to blow over. It's all going to, you're going to be so happy with the outcome, but don't delay your happiness by getting involved in anybody's nonsense, even if they're being really mean. And if they're being illegal or something like that, just call the cops, or you know what I mean? Or if it's a workplace thing and they're violating policy or whatever, just tell their superior, but try to stay out of it as much as possible. As far as the back and forth goes, you stay focused and you're going to fare very, very well. Very well, in fact. The Lover's card, followed by the Six of Wands. I told you you're going to fare very well. And the Three of Cups. Yay! Happy outcome for Leo. Leo wins. Woohoo. So just remind yourself of that. When you're going through anything where other people seem to be annoying, you just remind yourself, I'm going to win. That I'm coming out on top. This is just a blip. This will pass. And it's recommending that you call on that solar light to really just be. What happens with the solar light is, yes, it does reorder things, and that's wonderful, but it also lifts you up off the battlefield. It kind of lifts you off of it, and then the drama happens beneath you. If you don't know how to work with a solar light, you may want to try one of my 2 meditations, or both of my meditations on the solar light. You can find those on my YouTube channel, or just on YouTube in general. Just search Gatoga solar light, and you'll get 2 meditations plus a lecture. So you can work with that. You can learn how to do the simple process on your own, and you won't even need the recording. You can just do it all on your own. And I recommend that you do that, because you don't want to get involved with other people's drama right now. And when you, like I said before, when you don't get involved with it, it passes extremely quickly. It's almost, you can get to the point where you don't even notice it. You're just so above it. But you got to focus your mind. You got to really call on that higher power, and you've got to allow yourself not to need to win in that situation, not to need to be right. Know that you're winning by not worrying about winning. Because this Three of Cups is no lie. This Three of Cups says that your karma, and karma simply means cause and effect, is amazing. That means that you've done all the right things. You're in the right, and you want to stay in the right, because you are going to get the rewards of that. And there are going to be plenty of them. There's going to be reason to celebrate very soon. And there's going to be, like I said before, a happy outcome, a very, very happy ending to everything. Let's see. Oh, this Lover's card. It seems to me like you've had a choice to make recently, and you made the right one. You made the choice that was guided and led. And see, what happened is that caused this upgrade to happen. And that's where you are right now, which, like I said, causes sometimes a little detox. And so some people may not be responding the way you want them to. But that doesn't mean you made the wrong choice. So don't second guess the choice that you made, because some people may not like it. It's okay that people don't like it. And it's even okay that people act out, as long as you stay away from it, as long as you stay above it and don't get into it as much as possible. And stay really focused and recognize that your outcome is assured. Your happy outcome is assured. Now, this Seven of Wands is saying that what's ultimately going to be transpiring with this is, not only are you going to be in a better work environment, it looks like a work environment, but it's also going to be a much more beautiful environment. It's going to be more aesthetically pleasing, much more harmonious, and all of this Five of Swords stuff is going to be a thing of the past. I have a feeling that for some of you anyway, this Five of Swords meanness has always been there in this, whatever this environment is that's changing, has always sort of been there, sort of festering. And it's not your problem. It's not your fault. It's nothing to do with you. Now, maybe it was in the past, but now it isn't. You're complete. You're done. And it's okay for you to let them have their drama, and that you allow yourself to be lifted above it. Don't think that you by yourself need to lift yourself above it. Ask to be lifted. That's what the solar light will do for you. Ask to be lifted. Ask to let go of your attachment to any of the outcome in regards to this, because this has ultimately, like I said, nothing to do with you. Ultimately, this is everybody else's problem, and they're going to have to deal with it. On the other side of that, after you don't get involved with it, it passes very, very quickly, and you get right to that happy outcome. All because you made the right choice. All because of that choice that you've made recently. That choice that you made has sort of like gotten the ball rolling to have that upgrade happening. And sometimes in the midst of an upgrade, when it what's the word? When it activates other people's nonsense and their neuroses and their hatreds and their venom, a lot of times that makes us want to second guess, oh, maybe I shouldn't have done anything. Maybe I should have just stayed with status quo. Now, it seems like I've made things worse, but you haven't made things worse. You've made things better for yourself. And if everybody else doesn't like it, that's not your concern. It really isn't. You don't need to defend yourself. You don't need to defend your choices that you made. You made the right choice. You don't even have to talk to people about it. There's very few people that really have a right to your explanation, right? I mean, you don't owe anybody anything at this point. And the ones that are giving you a hard time, if there are those people, which it seems like for some of you there are, don't have any power over you. But as bullies, they think they do. And the only way for you to stand up to this bully right now that's gonna work for you, because a lot of times, if you stand up to the bully, Leo, you're going to get pulled right into it. So the way that you stand up to the bully is by going through the solar light, and let the solar light take care of it for you by lifting you above the fray. And then we always say, evil destroys itself. All that means is that it'll play itself out. And if you're not giving any fuel to the fire, if you're not feeding it, it will play itself out much more quickly. And if they don't ever get better, if they never get happy, it's not who cares, but it's not your concern. It's not your job to make sure everybody's okay. It's not your job to make sure everybody's happy. It's definitely not your job to make sure that everybody likes you or likes your decisions. What your job is to be true to yourself and be true to those decisions, because you made the right one. And you're going to notice that you made the right one very soon, because you're going to have the outcome to prove it. And that may piss them off even more, and let it. Just don't get involved. I know it's easy for me to say, but don't get involved. Call on that higher power to help you stay above the fray, because it's passing away from you. It may not be passing away from them, but it is definitely passing away from you. And you are on the right road. You're doing the right thing. And you did the right thing. Don't second guess this decision that you made, because you made the right choice. You're doing so well. And I'm very proud of you. All right, Leo, I will see you in 2 weeks for another 2-week reading. Thank you so much for being here, and thank you so much to the amazing moderators, Jennifer and Dre. We'll see you in 2 weeks, Leo. Blessed be.